It's 3 a.m. You're exhausted. You've been in bed for an hour, eyes closed, body comfortable, completely ready to fall asleep. And then your brain, out of absolutely nowhere, decides right now is the perfect time to remember something you did in the 7th grade. No warning. No context. Just a fully loaded, high-definition memory of a moment so embarrassing you haven't thought about it in years. And yet here it is, playing back at full volume while you're lying in the dark, doing nothing. For me, it was this one specific moment from middle school, a class presentation. I had prepared, I knew the material, I walked up to the front of the room completely confident, and then I mispronounced one word, one single word, in front of 30 people, and a kid in the 3rd row laughed. Not even a big laugh, just a quiet snort. The kind you can't even be sure was directed at you. That was 15 years ago. I have not thought about that moment in at least a decade, and yet at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday, for absolutely no reason, my brain decided to serve it back to me in perfect detail. The fluorescent lights, the laminated poster I was holding, the exact sound of that snort, all of it crystal clear like it happened this morning. And here's the part that makes no sense. It doesn't stop there, because once that memory unlocks, your brain treats it like an invitation to keep going. One embarrassing memory becomes 2. 2 becomes 5. Suddenly you're lying there at 3 a.m. on a full greatest hits tour of every single moment in your life you'd give anything to take back. The time you waved back at someone who wasn't actually waving at you and then had to just keep walking like nothing happened. The text you sent to the wrong person, not just the wrong person, the exact worst possible person. The time you laughed at something and nobody else did and the room went quiet and you had to just sit there in it. Every single one of them hits in sequence, one after another. Like your brain has had this playlist organized and ready for months, just waiting for the right moment to press play. And 3 a.m. is apparently always the right moment. The worst ones are the old ones. The ones from childhood where you didn't even fully understand why it was embarrassing at the time. You just knew from the feeling in your stomach that something had gone wrong. A birthday party where you said something off and felt the energy shift. A teacher correcting you in front of everyone and the heat that came into your face before you even fully processed what happened. You'd completely let go of those moments. They weren't living anywhere in your conscious mind. And then 3 a.m. just reaches back 15, 20 years and hands them to you like a gift you didn't ask for and absolutely do not want. And the thing is, you can't logic your way out of it. You know, rationally, that nobody else remembers the mispronounced word. You know the kid who snorted has not thought about that moment a single time since it happened. You know none of this matters and none of it defines you, and it's the middle of the night and you need to sleep. Doesn't matter. The memory plays anyway. Start to finish. Sometimes twice. I've tried everything. Turning over, checking my phone, which makes it worse. Counting backwards, focusing on breathing. Doesn't touch it. The only thing that actually works eventually is just letting it run. Let the memory play, feel the embarrassment hit, lie there in it for a second, and then let it go. Which sounds simple and is actually incredibly difficult to do at 3 a.m. when your brain is already 3 memories deep and building momentum. The strangest part of all of it, and I've thought about this more than I should, is that these are never the actually bad moments. The 3 a.m. brain doesn't pull up the genuinely hard stuff, the real losses, the actual painful memories. It skips all of that and goes straight for the small, stupid, harmless moments that meant nothing and hurt no one and somehow still have the power to make you pull a pillow over your face at 3 in the morning in a dark room alone. I don't know what that says about us. I'm not sure I want to find out. What I do know is that somewhere right now, at this exact hour, there is a person lying in bed, wide awake, replaying a moment from 2009 that nobody else on the planet remembers. And somehow that makes it a little more bearable. Not much, but a little.